Hi everyone, it's Lynn. I'm here to give you a walkthrough of the latest journal that I made. It is a baby journal for Felicity Lynne. She's going to be a granddaughter that's arriving in the next couple of weeks. And I did this for her and the family so that they have a place to log any special moments as she grows up. And it's not meant just to be a baby journal. It's maybe a journal for her through her life. And so I'm going to give you a quick tour of it. First of all, it is a journal. It's a hollowback journal. I use Nick's class. She's the booksmith, and it has 6 signatures in it. It's a pages in here are 8.5 by 11 that were folded in half, so that's about the size that you have. So it should be probably around 6 inches by 9-ish, somewhere around there. I didn't measure it, but it has fabric that's from a dress, just like her sister's that I did a few years ago, and you can look at that on that video is taped. It is on my channel. And this is a different style, much more lace. So you'll see that. I did some slow stitching as well on the cover. I am outside. It's a beautiful day here in Southern California, and this has the best lighting for me. So in my backyard, we have quite a few things. You can hear the birds chirping and things that will, you might hear some other things come and go as I go through the journal. So the front is, and the back, it's the back. And this is the spine. And the spine, I did put a tassel on it. We'll take a quick look at that in a minute. We'll start with the front though. It is, I made a pocket on the front. It is slow stitched. There's a lot of different laces, just remnants of things that I had that I'd cut off and save. There's some really pretty vintage lace that's sewn underneath the pocket, and just little bits and pieces all over the place. So I'll give you some highlights. There's a nameplate in the upper right hand corner. The lace, I made this look like an owl. This is a piece of vintage lace that I cut off. It had like some bumps at the top of it. If you see the whole length of it, you'd understand. But it had what looked like flowers that I made into the eyes. So it's pretty good size lace. And then I cut off the extra pieces and put it in reverse so that you could see has made the bottom of the owl. And this I did do a machine stitch around to give it some more definition. This little owl is holding a heart. It's a button that I cut off the back of the loop on the back so that it would lay flat and glued it down. It's a pair of stud earrings that been had the backs removed. We have some, these are vintage buttons that would go on a small person's dress and lapel. Here's some more here. Here's some lace, vintage lace I got from my sister. There's quite a few laces in here from her. She works at a thrift shop and picks up stuff every once in a while. This was actually dyed a pink rose color back in the quite a few months ago, but I liked it on the front here. I love the little hearts. And there's 3 hearts. There is a little rose, or a flower I should say here. It's not a rose. The pearls on this are from a necklace from my husband, Frank, that I took apart. It's actually not from him, but his mom's necklace. Her name is Patricia. And I had some bracelets that I made out of her necklace, but they really didn't fit very well. I tried to make too many bracelets for a bunch of us, and I thought this was perfect to put them on here as a reminder of her. Then I have a bulb pin with a letter F for her first her initial of her first name. And you can see some slow stitching here or there. It is a pocket, so this has a card in it. It's actually open, it's an open face right now. And it looks like a little purse. And I slid that into the pocket. And then on the bottom, and here, I'll show the top, it's a little bit better. You can see the headband that I made and that it is a hollow back spine, which allows the journal pages to lay flat. I really like this design. There are a couple other bulb clips in here. We'll kind of look at those in a minute, but they are on the top. There's a lot of lace on the edges here. There are lots of dangles. There are little embellishments that come off the pages. And let's look at the tassel. I'm going to take it off. It's on there with a little clip so they can remove it when they write. But there's rickrack, lace with beads. This is some of the fabric. I've snapped these were hair snaps from my daughter when she was smaller. She's almost 30 now. And I like how they went with the journal, and I thought they looked really cute on this fabric, so I snapped them on there. You can see they're like snaps in the back, but you'd wear them in your hair as an embellishment. So they're close to 30 years old. There's some beads. There's two on strings here. There's one there and should be another one. These are pearls from a necklace of my mom's that had broken, and she gave it to me at one point to repair. She thought they were real pearls, but they aren't. They were made to look like real pearls. But so I never did finish it, but I did. They're beautiful on this tassel. I like this one has the little silver on it, between it, so it kind of gives it a little bit more embellishment. We got Tim Holtz stuff, little shiny one here from him, as well as this was one of my necklaces I used, earrings. The gem in the middle, it's a crystal, this white crystal, it's a little shiny, was from a necklace from my grandma Bolt's. It's on my dad's side, and I used to wear these dangly kind of earrings, but I don't anymore. They work. I like them on this journal. And here's another little heart, and so that hangs on the side. And I'm going to just lay that off here, and let's take a quick look through the journal. Let's see. This is the same picture that's in Novalee's journal. It is the dresses from my sisters and I. This dress was that this pink fabric is from on the journal itself is from my sister Beth's dress. The collar and things are on Novalee's journal, and you can look at that and see it. But we all had dresses. My grandma Bolt's liked to make, in fact, I think the boys' shirts are also handmade by her. She loved to sew, and she would sew us all coordinating outfits. I don't remember exactly when this is taken, but I'm guessing somewhere around 1965, 1966. So here's my mom and dad, myself, my little sister Beth, little sister Kay, and my brother Dane and Mark. My youngest brother, Craig, is not on this picture. He was not born yet. And I'm going to post up here, and I'll tell you what digital I did use. I liked this one. It was owl-based. That is the theme of her room. And so that's what I went with. I tried to find something that was watercolor, that was a little bright and fun. And this is what I found. I found a very cute digital. There's 6 signatures in here. Each one is like a little folder, I guess is what I'm going to call it. The little folders, they may have tags on it. It is 65-pound paper. I've sewn around the edges. Some have fancy sewing. Some might have trim on them. And they're printed on both sides. And then the pages in the inside of these are mainly, they're open and blank so that they can write anything in it. They can put pictures in it. There might also be some 12 by 12 papers that I got from a estate sale. I got a very big stack of them, and so I found some coordinating ones and put them in here as well. So here's another one of these are the cutouts. So I bought I think 3 total digitals, and 2 were papers, and 1 were these images, PNGs, that I could I put them on Cricut, and I was able to cut them out. So that's what I have throughout the journal. This is just a paper doily. And so most of these I'm just gonna kind of fly by. But I'll tell you when, and I'll stop when there's something that is a little bit more of interest. This is an envelope from a vintage stationery set that I got, and it's embossed. You can see the embossing on it, and it's sewn into this center signature. So it won't come out unless they rip the whole pocket out. But it's for like a special note. You can write in a special, maybe a note from mom and dad or something. It can be written in here and then saved. Here's like I said, it's open and free. A free journal. On this page, I did print out the baby shower invitation, and it's just washi tape, so it can be moved. That's the owl. It's very cute. I could not find, and I'm sure this is what's going to happen, is after I was done, there's probably going to be a lot more owl images out there, but I couldn't find any that were a little bit lighter, more of these colors. But it's okay. I'm cool with it. And at the shower, we played this game, and I was able to get the pages and of this game and save it. I've got it stapled together, put it in the pockets so that she can do what she wants with them. But for right now, I just left them in the pocket as something that's, she can have as a remembrance of the day we spent with her at her baby shower. Yeah, there's a rickrack. These were they had you'll see them throughout. There's another set of them in the journal, but I took this off of this was a cupcake toothpick, and I took off the owl and put it on the page. And here's one of the bolt clips. So this is just look a little bit closer. This is the trim that I used for the book headband, and I'll show you that in a little bit. I've got this all set up, so I'll leave it right now, but that's the book band trim that I used, folded in half, and it just matched really nicely. The signature 2 has a couple of pearls on a Tim Holtz, a little, it looks like a safety pin, but it's not. It's a garment pin of sorts with a necklace embellishment hanging here. I've had it for a long time, haven't used it. I think the colors went really well. And this is just lace. It's the same heart from the front here, and I put it over the top of one of the hearts from one of these laces, and so it kind of stacks. It looks very nice on that. Kind of a sweet little spot, something to look at, little embellishment. These 2 are pockets. This is a ticket holder. It's one of the Tim Holtz dies that you could, I think they called it a ticket holder. And this is just a little flower I got from somewhere, not sure. It was a free digital from somewhere, but I made 3 slides of the grandparents, and this is myself and my husband, and then I'm gonna let my daughter-in-law or my son write the names of these other 2 sets of grandparents on the cards. So that goes there. I did that for Novelise as well. I thought it was nice just because I had the die and I had pictures, so I got some recent pictures and just put them in there. Again, a lot of free write. The center of the journals will have a coordinating paper that goes with the paper from the beginning of this signature. So this one was a coordinating set of picture that went with the owls on this one. This one has a little pocket. Some of the leftover things that I had, I tried to use up pieces, put them where I thought it would be nice. This is the back pocket. Really pretty lace. It's old. It's from my sister. There wasn't a ton of this lace, and I stained it. I tea stained it, so it had a little bit of color on it, but cute little bows. Okay, third signature. This one has a little made with love and a feather dangle on it. And that's the coordinating papers that went with that owl print. Some of the extra papers I just glued on the end. These were short pages. I think it's an A5. It might have been a little bit longer, maybe not A5, but when you fold it in half, the pages are short. So I just added this on both sides. And then I do watercolor die cuts. I will take die cuts. These are Tim Holtz wildflowers. And when I go camping, I bring my watercolors, a set of watercolors, and then I die cut these on watercolor paper before I leave. And I sit down at the table at the end of the day when we get somewhere, and I actually do some watercolor on them, and I add them to journals. I put them on journals I sell. This is another, here's the inside center of this one. This is another vintage stationery. It really pretty pink. I've used it several times for a bunch of people. When I send letters, and that just, this one hangs on the side of the page. This is just a simple paper clip with some of the fabric. My grandma, since she made them, you can see the stitches from her sewing machine. They were very tiny, but you can see that on that. So I thought that was a cute piece to hang on. It can be top, hang on the side, whatever. This is just simple lace with little hearts on it. And I buy this one, and there's a larger size that I do buy as well. That's from Hobby Lobby. This is also some vintage trim, really cute. And there's a button on this tab sewn under, and underneath it is a piece of that vintage, looks like a ribbon that's been made into this lace. Very, very pretty. This has a pocket. A couple of pages in here, but this is a doily with one of the watercolor images from the cricket that I cut out. And I think this one, this paper might be from My Porch Prints. It matched really nicely. I think so. So another Tim Holtz die. I cut it on some pre-printed paper, and then went and grabbed some more distress ink and inked the tops to give it some more definition. There's another one in here. It's a little bit, I'll show it to you in a second. I think it's in the same area, or the next one. Here's the center on this paper. Very pretty. There's some of the owls I was telling you about. They were on the cupcakes. Pulled them off, saved them so she can use them for anything she wants. This is another, this one's kind of a little circle lace, and it has a Tim Holtz. Can you see that? I hate to bring everything up, but it has a heart on it. No dangle, embellishments. This one has an earring embellishment. from one of the earrings I used to wear. It was a set, and it just went really nice with the colors in this journal. Kind of like pearls and lace. A lot of my earrings that I don't wear anymore, I put as journal pieces. They're fun to add front. I glue them on sometimes, or I make them into dangles. This is a side belly band pocket, and I made a little shaker card just for fun. Little tiny flowers in it. And then these two are empty, and they can be used for anything that the parents want. You can put pictures in them. Can put some cellophane in the front of them and make them into like little things to hold hair, you know, whatever. Maybe some other little trinkets I pick up from somewhere. This is the other one, and again, this is the wildflowers. I don't exactly remember which one it is, but you cut it and it comes all in one piece, and it can go on. Like you can make a long line of them if you want. You would just keep attaching and running it through your machine, and then when you get to the point where you want, you would cut off the edges. So it's kind of fun in that way. And then at this edge, oh, it's on this really pretty paper. It's very old. I got it as a gift from my sister's sister-in-law. It's some sort of it's fibrous, but it's see-through, and I don't know if it's made out of rags or you know, some sort of fiber, maybe old papers, but very pretty. And I added this piece of vintage lace. This was from my sister Kay, who, you know, finds this stuff. So I've got some of each of my sisters in here. So Great Aunt Beth and Great Aunt Kay are in here. And here's another watercolor stem that I've done. And they're all kind of shiny. They're shimmer paints, shimmer watercolors. This one is another one of them embossed stationery pieces, and it is sewn in as well. Sewn right into the center. Let's get rid of that. And there's just more pages. It's a little embellishment. It says sweet on it. Picked it up from a garage sale or one of those things, and I'm pretty picky when I look at them. I look for stuff that I know I can add to the edges when I go look for things, bracelets or necklaces. So that one worked really well. It's another one of the owls. This is the back. See how there's a piece of brown fiber running through this, so it's very soft. So I think it's made out of wood, some sort of pulp. Extras, pocket, I put extra die cuts in it. Well, actually, they're not die cuts, they're Cricut cuts. This is a little button. Looks like it belongs on a little girl's dress. And I know it's not pink, it's blue, but it sure does match out some of these pretty colors on here. And I thought it seemed fitting to put on her journal. I've had those buttons for a long time. Another bowl clip with the fabric, button sewn on, kind of hand sewn on. You can put it anywhere to mark pages. It can go on sides too, like that. And this is the last. Yep, this is the last one. Washi tape on this page. This is from I've done these, if you look at some of the other regular size traveler's notebook journals that I make, I use this quite often. I'm getting near to the end, but this is from a photo album. I got it from a thrift shop. I go look through the books every once in a while. I love that it's craft paper, and it has pockets, so you can store things in it. Pictures, I just have these in the pocket so that it kind of gives an idea. You can throw things in here and save them. So even though the page is supposed to go, you know, up so you can read the word memo, I fold it and I take the pages out of this photo and fold them in half, and then it makes a pocket here, and then of course on the other side, which is right here, there's another pocket. And this is paper washi. No, not paper, fabric washi. This is the last of it. It's all I had left. And it's actually pretty strong. I got it as a gift. And that's it. It came from somebody from Canada. I did a pen pal exchange just once. And that's it. A little letter from me, or a little note on the outside. And then here's the last pocket and the back of the journal. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed watching. I loved making this journal. A lot of times journals take me a little while to put together because when I start them, there's an intention, and the intention for me has to mean more than just slapping pages together and then having an end product. So I take my time. This one probably took me a good, a few days, but I love the process. And you saw some of that in the beginning where I love putting the signatures in. That sewing of the signatures is one of my favorite parts. So I thank you so much for watching, and watch soon. I'm going to have some more Traveler's Notebooks out, and have a wonderful day. Bye.